pair of Camaros going to start it off. Jason Rupert.
Hey guys.
Behind the wheel of his championship car. Jerry Esposito couldn't be here this weekend with a family emergency. In fact, I want to send all my thoughts and prayers out to Jerry and his family. Jerry told Jason and Brad Littlefield, Al and the team, hey, you guys know how to run this car, go run it. They're like, well, what if we break it? Jerry says, well, what if I was driving to break it? We're going to fix it, go race again. So take it out there, have some fun. So the Atlas Testing Laboratories Camaro for former national champion Jason Rupert come up here in that Budweiser CP Carrillo lane. And Bill Wyndham, the shakedown Camaro, with the Clutch Girls, Tony Schultz and Michelle Reed doing the job on that too. Two cars that have pedal clutches. Bill Wyndham is burnout. Jason Rupert is burnout. Jason in that number 5 spot at 571.9, 254 miles an hour. Bill Wyndham up in smoke every shot of the track, and I mean, I was talking to them, and they are very, very frustrated with what's going on with this Camaro over there, that shakedown team car, and it's just not, as Bill and crew chief David Pierce said, it's not responding to what they do, and they're very, very frustrated with what's going on. Clutch girl Michelle Reed down there backing him up. Want to play on first round tonight at 8 o'clock, you got to go 6, 13, 5 or better. RPMs come up on both cars as they are pedal clutches. Jason's in, Bill's in.
All right, Bill.
I believe they had a little problem down there. You see the safety car going after that shakedown Camaro.
A little poof of smoke.
Big time fire down there for Wyndham and the team.
Yeah.
I have a feeling right now, David Pierce, crew chief down there, Huggy, talking to the other guys, and right now they got that baby in the field, and they've got a lot of work down there as he lit that thing up pretty good in the light. But 6:07, 2:41. Well, the good news is you're in. The bad news is you're in the number 15 spot. So waiting for word at the top end there on the body comes up, and I'll find out if Bill's out of the car or not.
I don't know if you guys can see that right under the sign there, under the Budweiser sign. If you can see the body up or not. Still down there on the track, but we're guys made it down there. Good for them. The iPhone likes to heat up, so it kicks me off the internet. I keep a cool, little tiny cool mini towel on it to help suck the heat out of it, but let's see if that'll help today.
And you know, you might say, hey, Mike, he's catching his breath. Well, as good as the safety equipment is on these cars, fire can get inside the car. And, you know, the driver is kind of like, you could say, safe with the 7-layer fire suit and all the stuff from the different safety equipment manufacturers, like DJ Safety and a bunch. But what it does is it uses up all the oxygen. If you see these guys getting out and they're like they just ran. Well, for me, it'd be 50 feet from them it'd probably be a quarter. But it does. You know, they try and get your breath.
50 feet's too long, Mike.
Of course, your adrenaline gets pumping. You know,
kitchen to the fridge. That's about it.
Get a little bit, you know, it's a little nerve-wracking. So 6:07. Unfortunately, that run will be a DQ as it did. Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies.
Okay, front room to the fridge. All right. Well, hopefully they're not going to have to do any cleanup down there. It's kind of hard to see what's happening. Looks like they closed the body, but I see the truck just pulling out there. Hopefully, if he left anything, just a little puddle or a dab or a drop, let's hope it's not nothing major.
So 6:07, 241 puts him in the number 15 spot. Jason, you see 1746. A little surprised that Jason struck the tires there. That Atlas testing car will stand on that earlier 571.9 when we go into round number 1. Matt Bynum and Dean Oberg will be the next pair. Dino over there, Charlie O'Neill's Fighting Irish car. Team, and of course, Matt Bynum, that is your defending March Meet champion. Cecil Matthews Camaro, which, by the way, speaking of Cecil Matthews,
yeah, maybe they're doing some cleanup, guys. I'm going to sit down here for a minute.
Alexis Chichoria in the NHRA Camping World Series. Well, the boss man's in the house.
And just keep staring down there. I don't know if you can see anything. I'm sitting down now. People are blocking the way, but I see trucks out there.
Championship run with Alexis Chichoria, and of course, in a little bit, there will be a tribute car coming up to Del Worsham, a tribute to the car that Del picked up his first ever NHRA national event with his father and truck and the team. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. Right now, waiting for word from the top end of the track there. We can go back and continue it on. If Buddy Car qualified, Dan Duran Jr. sitting in that number 1 spot in 5:63.2. In fact, already down the top 5. Dan Duran Jr. 5:63.2. Bobby Cottrell, your 3-time national champion, number 2 at 5:650. And James Day in the number 3 spot with that Speed Sport Omni. Jim Broom and Johnny West and turning the wrenches on that car. And a tribute to Red Ground, sitting at number 3 spot at 5:65.4. Then Matt Bynum right down here, sitting at number 4 spot. And Jason Rupert, former national champion, sitting at number 5 spot. Jeff Moniz, the quarter pounder, he's on that 16th spot. And we will set the field with this session. Don't forget tonight, round number 1 of Buddy Car, Under the Lights here at the Good Vibrations Motorsports March Meet, presented by our friend Lucas Oil.
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, you guys. He didn't say the time, but I'm pretty sure it's 8. Let the sun go down, see a little fire. Should be fun. Track will cool off. Be a little easier to get down. It'll be warm again Sunday, but it'll be fun tonight.
By the way, a quick reminder, 7:30 a.m. tomorrow morning in the Grove, the Racers for Christ non-denominational chapel service. 7:30 a.m. right behind the grandstands of the Grove. You can go over to the dog pound, get yourself a breakfast burrito, a nice hot cup of coffee. Did somebody say Bloody Marys? Oh, okay. But serious biz, the Racers for Christ non-denominational chapel service in the Grove.
You can see him sweeping down there, a little bit of dust behind the red truck.
Welcome to join us. Crew chiefs,
let's hope that's it.
Racers, drivers, the whole bunch. You are welcome at 7:30 a.m. Ex-wives, ex-husbands. Come on down for the Racers for Christ chapel service. In fact, the guy on the mini bike in front of the grandstands there, Matt Miller, the chaplain for the Racers for Christ here from Most of Drag Strip, will be conducting that service. 7:30 a.m. in the Grove. I'm looking down the run over here in this session of Nitro Funny Car qualifying session number 3. My friends in the sportsman categories, as in NE1 Hans Jacob, you are done for today. You can pop out a cold one. So, sportsman cars, next time we see you will be tomorrow morning as we work our way to the
all right, Hans.
tomorrow afternoon on Championship Sunday. Good Vibrations Motorsports RGB in May, your Formosa drag strip.
Well, let's see. The truck coming back. Looks like he's going to come all the way down. Looks like they might have got it cleaned up good enough. Oh, he's taking the turnout. Okay. Or is he turning around? Nope, looks like he's turning around. Nope, opening the gate. Okay. I think we're going back to the start line, you guys. Looks like he's got the gate opening up down there. He's pulling off the track. Who do we have next? Looks like maybe the problem child's back there for the after this pair. I can see a white body. Can't tell if it's the Camaro of the problem child or not.
A little bit more. The safety safaris begin to move back into their workstations there.
Excuse me.
So taking a look down there, and I can tell you, just a heads up in the pit area, these guys hurrying their ways back. Well, I tell you, if you see them hustling through the pits, please be observant as they are not trying to be mean or anything, but they've got a lot of work to do on that shakedown car. And these teams have a very limited amount of time, so you want to watch yourself as you're on the 99 highway there. Is Matt Bynum for Cecil Matthews and the team, and Dean Over, the Fighting Irish Camaro. Matt Bynum's in number 4, the defending champion, and Dean Over not in the 16 car field. So right now, the bump spot is Jeff Moniz in the quarter pounder at 6:098.
There's Joel again. You can see him down there. He's heading for the cart. Joel cruising the pit.
So Matt Bynum, another 566 in that car, and Dean Oberg has got a step on that Fighting Irish Camaro.
So far, my cold, terrible towel is helping my phone stay wet, stay cool. It's a little drying out. There it goes. All right, Dean.
That Fighting Irish Camaro is not going to be part of that 16-car field. Matty, 594.8, 242. He was 102 at 60 foot, 263 to 330. 391, 192, and that Cecil Matthews Motorsports car.
All right, nice. All right, guys. Made it in. Hey, Rob. How you doing, Robbie? All right, guys.
The next pair fired up as we are good to go. Brad Thompson for System 1's filtration system and his partner Steve Perea. Jailbreak Camaro. Leader in that Budweiser CP Corolla lane. And I have to say, with the greatest amount of respect, James Day and Jim Broom and Johnny West, that speed sport of put on the run of the weekend. A car that is just, these guys have been working on it, and working on it, and it finally came together yesterday. A spectacular, and I mean spectacular, 565 Ford, 250 miles an hour, and that got a smile out of Jim Broom and Johnny West. And I will tell you, I know James Day and his wife Eileen down there filming her husband. It doesn't take much to get a gotten smile out of him. Man, somebody calls us and says, hey, you want to drive my buddy car or my fuel alter or whatever he's got? And that guy smiled from ear to ear. He is a driving fool. And I mean, can you imagine what it's like, their family? I mean, Eileen drives in 7.0 Pro in the Nostalgia Eliminator 1. James drives Nitro Buddy car. He won the March being fuel alter, and I kid you not, his wife Eileen standing down there was more excited about it, I think, than he was. So Brad Thompson, number 14. James Day got clutch. James Day, number 3, I'm sorry. RPM's up on Brad's car.
Nice one, James.
Back down into the 250s,
Yeah.
to 330, 382, 197. And I will tell you what, Johnny West,
Yeah.
and Broom, and that Speed Sport team and their driver, James Day, watch out for that car. That thing has got steady.
Nice speed right there. Same speed again. Right on.
Jailbreak team. And right now, Brad Thompson sits in that number 14 spot. As Billy Morris and Mike Peck in the next pair. Quote Wizard, card, insurance made easy. Just go in on the website there. The Instigator Camaro was in the 560s in Boise 3 weeks ago. And Billy Morris, the kid, the problem child. Dad Rick, Eddie Knox and the team, who was just steady. 570s and 560s. And all of a sudden something happened. It was like, where'd that combination go? Well, it's nitro racing. And just when you think you got things figured out, I was talking to Eddie and Rick Morris. He said, man, this thing was looking good. I said, well, you never should have taken it out of the trailer then. Well, they did, and now they got to work on it. And then Mike Peck the former 7-0 Pro National Champion. We'll roll up here in the Budweiser CP Corolla.
Come on, Billy.
Who was relatively
Come on, Eddie.
Nitro Buddy Car and is really starting to find his way. Billy Morris, 10,900 to his credit right now for a very quality car that is a little stunned right now based on how they had run before. Just another, and I say it, Eddie Knox and Rick Morris made no bones about it. They're just like, where did our combination go? So Mike Peck rolls up here.
It always happens when you're trying to bust into the 550s. You kind of go a little backward maybe. That's probably what they're working on. They got the 60s down. Now they got to try to get it in the 50s. Be competitive with the rest of the boys.
It takes a little bit of time to find your way. They're both set.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of high fives over there. Eddie Knox, Rick Morris, and that team. I think they found that combination. 572, 247 miles an hour. Billy Morris up there at number 6 spot. Mike Peck, number 8, 5760. They were early numbers. Billy Morris, 2509 to the 330, 376, 195 to half track. Mike Peck, 2590, 383, 199 to half track. But those 330 numbers, 250, and Billy Morris is knocking on that 240 range. And everybody down there high-fiving that problem child team. It's a great job there. Eddie Knox walking around down there, he's looking for anybody who will give him a hug and a high five and a handshake there. And Dan Duran Jr. not going to run this session. He's going to start out what appears to be the #1 spot, but we still got a couple of cars to run here to take a shot at it. But it's just a spectacular piece of race car there. Just take a look at it. That very speed shop, Infinity Plumbing Designs team car, what in testing, 559, 260.
It's awesome.
Coming around. How about a great tribute car over there? The Screamer for Rick Akers and the team. Their driver, Chris Crable. A great tribute to Del Worship, who was in the house and won his first ever national event of the Wheel of the Screamer Buddy car. In fact, Del and wife Connie gonna walk over there and just watch that car. And Del's got a big old smile on his face there. Of course, Del, the crew chief, along with Nick Bonaparte, for Alexis Sajoria, the Rocket Buddy car, the NHRA Camping World team. Del just standing over there with Dennis Austin. White Connie just looking at that car and just like, wow, that's been a couple of years. That is just spectacular. It was Del Worship and Dan Chuck and Richard Day and Mark Hendy, the team that made that Screamer name just so famous. Connie's like, man, the kids weren't even born then. Kate, Maddie, the twin daughters for the Worships. And over here, Bob Godfrey, burning money. Primer by Godfrey, the guy who paints cars for a living and is pretty darn good at it. Bob will be over here, not in the 16-car field. Hollywood Chris Crable over there, the very lucky number 13 spot. Which is a great tribute to Dale and Chuck, and Richard Day and Bart Handy, the guys who all raced under that Screamer banner. Godfrey trying to race his way into that 16-car field. Chris Crable trying to move up into the top half of that field. I love it when it's an off weekend at the Camping World Drag Racing Series. As I said yesterday, the driver for the Down Bottle Parts car, Ron Camp's in the house. Bill Worship down on the starting line, and Cruz Pendragon cruising around, the driver of the Snap-on Buddy car. Just good to have those guys on an off weekend to come out and enjoy the Good Vibrations Motorsports March meet. It's always to see Neil and Blake and John and the team here trying to schedule it on the weekend so there's not a conflict. This worked out great. So Godfrey coming back over here. Bob Godfrey, in fact, Mike Halstead out there helping his buddy out. Chris Crable, that's one of those pedal clutch cars. Bob Godfrey, the more traditional centrifugal type clutch, you know, we'll call it the traditional clutch.
Oh, there we go. Nice little breeze going. That helps.
582, Chris Crable. 13, Up in Smoke, 782, Bob Godfrey. Not in. 6078 gets you in. Chris Crable bringing them RPMs up. Godfrey out of the throttle down there. Chris Crable in a cloud of smoke down there. Checking the track, but 594 does not improve. Hollywood will stay in that number 13 spot. You're waiting for word from the top end of the track there. right now, of course, the field is shuffled. The bump spot is Bill Wyndham, 6079. They're back in the pit area there with a mad thrash on that shakedown Camaro. And right now, they're in the field. Over there, that three-way Chevrolet lane, that's Jeff Moniz, Mike Randy, and T. Clark, and Dale Van Gundy in that team. They would like to race their way back in.
Okay, well, he's walking back, and I don't see anything pulling out. So let's assume everything's okay.
Stephen Getchum in the field. Number of funny cars still back in the lanes, waiting to run. Top fuel eliminator, qualifying session number 2, you should be in the lanes. Top fuel eliminator, Q2, you should be in the lanes. And by the way, if you have friends at home that have not made their way out here, don't forget, round 1 of Funny Car tonight under the lights, Mimosa Drag Strip at the Good Vibrations Motorsports March Meet. A 16-car field. We're setting the ladder right now in this session. And if you don't think that is going to be some fun, holy cow, it's going to be $40 at the gate. Call your friends and say, hey, man, you need to get out here. I mean, look at Cruz Pendergon's here. You know, he came all the way from Indianapolis. I may have lied about that, how far he came, because Melissa's family lives out here, but great to have him in the house, Del Worship and Ron Capps. It's better to have Melissa Coleman in the house. I'm just saying, Cruz facts are facts, but just a great turnout here. Just glad to have you all with us and all my friends out here. Thank you for coming out today, man. I hope you really enjoyed yourself in this session at Nitro Funny Car.
They may be doing something way down there. It looks like there's a truck way down there. Again, underneath the Budweiser sign over to the right of the post, you can see a white truck sitting out there. Maybe a couple guys standing there, but whatever they're doing, I can't tell from here. I'm going to sit down just for a minute and get a drink. And you guys all have an intermission. Something's happening.
Yeah, give him to me, not her.
Oh, there you go.
Fire up, the word goes out.
Just get me a quick drink. Thanks for the reminder, Daniel.
Gonna sing, and I know a lot of you will be thankful for that.
Looks like the Cackling Critter and Jeff Moniz, huh?
And a big old cut of Malawi. And great. The pictures have been well chronicled on social media. Jeff coming out of that car was on fire and moving. And he said, I want out of this car. Of course, the guys on the team, the judges, 1 and 2, the Russian judge only gave it a 5.
Yeah.
The American judge and the Brazilian judge gave it on a scale of 1 to 10, gave it both a 9.
Yeah.
But they didn't even think they were going to be here. And a lot of people, a lot of people helped out, got it together, and they are here, and they need to pick it up. They're sitting at number 17 spot. Bill Wyndham in the number 16 spot. 6079 is that bump spot. Van Melendez in the number 14 spot with the guy who ran for the trophy last year. Melendez did. Running up to Matt Bynum.
Nice. Both of you.
585 to 233 miles an hour. Matt Melendez, Jeff Moniz up to the
dead heat almost, huh?
Matt will stay in the number 15 spot. But how about a round of applause for that quarter pounder team?
Yeah.
Was a thing of beauty, man.
Just a tick off of 70.
Dale Van's got Randy, but Randy's got a big old smile on her
Yeah.
face there. And Jeff can climb out of the car on his own. He doesn't have to bail out. Wow, that was really
Yeah, you're funny, Mike.
run there.
Yeah, you're funny, Mike.
Give a round of applause to those two teams going down the return road there. Matt Melendez, the first team there, and that quarter pounder bunch. How about some high fives and thumbs up for that team?
Hey, Rich.
In the field, and Bill Wyndham has now been bumped out. And the
Thanks for
bump
jumping
spots
on.
have dropped down to a 6033. Brad Thompson. And
Excuse me, guys. I'm waving at the crews.
Stephen Dencham, already in the program. Number 12. Not in the program. Now that Madness car with Michaela Halstead out front backing him up. Got Mike Halstead standing on the starting line down here. There's 2 cars left that can bump Brad Thompson out. This car right here, Jeff Gregory in the Madness Camaro. Terry Longwood will be coming up in the Dex pair. Stephen Dencham already in. Corey Lee down here, Gary Church Bedler already in.
There are no shows.
But we can shovel the field. Oh, I'm sorry. I say that, 2 more come around. But they are in the field. So there's 2 cars that have the possibility of bumping that jailbreak Camaro out. You are still in for now with 1 final car that can bump you out. Gary Longwood over there far side in his Nitro Buddy Car debut. He has gone 6:13, 2:32. Unfortunately, the bump is 6033.
Yeah, the Cougars. Yeah. No wonder those guys want the Suns.
So waiting for word from the top end of the track to fire the next pair. Another one. Stars, well, we'll get back to that in a second. Right now, Corey Lee for Gary Turner. Peddler Buddy Car back, Del Worship. as I mentioned earlier, is down there overlooking the car. And Jerry Longwood, the Omni Body Buddy car, it is debut. Good Vibrations Motorsports. So one of Terry's car there lit and it shut itself off. And I started to mention there another one of the NHRA Camping World Funny Car stars here. Retired driver, Fast Jack Beckman in the house. Looking for work. Hey Jack, you drove one of these cars before. Pretty good lineup of stars here in the house. Rob Capps, Del Worship, Cruz Pentagon, Jack Beckman. Of the ones I know there's some other guys cruising around out there that we saw. Of course, the current stars and the past stars, they're part of this Good Vibrations Motorsports Marching, which makes it really something very special. Attention to the pits, attention to the pits. 7-0 Pro to the lanes, please. 7-0 Pro, round number 1 to the lanes, please. It's Corey Lee. And Jerry Longworth coming up. Of course, Gary Turner's car is absolutely spectacular. That driver, Corey Lee, one of those guys who has done a lot in the sport of drag racing. Last weekend, he was racing in the NHRA Camping World Drag Racing Series, driving the New Englander, and tuning it was the guy who's leading qualified in AA Fuel Alter, Johnny West.
You bet, Anthony. We'll be up there.
Now that car over there on the far side is the last car left that can bump Brad Thompson out. Corey Lee, set number 11, 5809 227.
Hey, Greg. Ah. Thanks, Greg.
You are going to be part of that 16-car field tonight. So get to hustle to work there. 637.7, 160 for Corey. 878.6, 103 Terry. It is Nitro Funny Car debut. Terry Longwood not going to be part of that 16-car
Hey, Rich, I
field.
think the fuel altereds either run tonight. I'm not sure if they run today during the day.
It's where you finish on Sunday. Tony Gerardo.
I thought I heard them tell me they just get one run a day, so it'd probably be tonight, if you haven't heard.
Crew Chief Jason Bunker. Tony sitting in the number 9 spot in the field. Now they can just shuffle for position. This 16-car field is set. And Kamaka Pocock will come up. Don Nelson, California Hustler. Tony, like to be top half of the field and pick his lane. Of course, you know, we joke about that. When your car can pick his lane. And, well, as you've seen runs here. Now, if you have lane choice, of course, the we always say, oh, that makes a difference. Yeah, don't have lane choices. Well, who cares? They're both the same. Well, we want to go down both lanes, and I'm going to have to agree with the guys.
Hey, Troy.
It makes absolutely no difference here for most of the drag strip. This Beatty's absolutely one of the very best tracks in the country. Blake and John and Mark Dawson give us all that stuff, the equipment that the guys use out there to make this thing just a thing of beauty. So see what Tony does here. It's gone 577.3, 254 for the number 9 spot. Want to get in that top half of the field? 575.9 will do that for you. Mike Peck is currently in that number 8 spot, 5.760. Now, Jason Bunker may not be going for the top half of the field. He may just feel, I want to see what this track will take right now and get set for round number 1 tonight.
Oh, stayed hooked up.
Jason, I believe, was just taking a test shot there. He'll start out of that number 9.
Sure looks like it.
With that earlier 577.3, but 257.4 to that first orange cone, that 330 cone.
I'm not sure, Daniel. They might run tonight. I think they all had, the Ultras had to run once a day is all they had to run in. So I would think they're going to do it tonight, if I recall.
One car ran 248. That was
We shall see. I think Top Fuel's it, and then they'll go back to 7-0. I haven't heard them say anything different. If you have, let me know. Up there, English, Mike English, if he said anything different. Be better to see them at night. They're more spectacular.
In the number 10 spot. I will be the first to admit Kabaka will do. He is relatively new to Nitro Buddy Car. Kabaka, a lot of experience behind the wheel of the A-Gas car. Dan out here with the B-Gas 55 Chevrolet. And I believe Don Nelson did a great job picking this young man to fill the driver's seat. That California Hustler Camaro. Firebird, I'm sorry, Firebird. Forgive me, it was my only mistake of the year. Gone 5.807.
Yeah.
And 219 needs to go 5.75.9, like I said, to get into the top half of the field. Right now he has a date with Ryan Cotto in round number 1.
All right.
243. 330 time was 255. 255 to the 330. 381.
All right.
94 to half track.
Nice pass. Okay, a little drag.
Sets the 16 car field. Right now, Dan Rand Jr., number 1. Bobby Cottrell, number 2. James Day starting out that number 3 spot. Matt Bynum, number 4. Jason Rupert, number 5. Billy Morris, number 6. Ryan Cotto, number 7. Mike Peck starts out that number 8 spot. And the guys who will not pick their lane, Tony Gerardo out of that number 9 spot. Kabaka Pocock, number 10. Corey Lee, number 11. Steven Detcham, number 12. Jeff Moniz getting in there in that number 13 spot. Chris Cradle, 14th in that Worship Tribute Screamer car. Matt Melendez starts out that number 15 spot. And Brad Thompson, a former champion. Remember he won Top Fuel not so long ago? Starts out at that number 16 spot. So that does the Top Fuel. Q2 will be out next. Top Fuel qualifying session number 2 coming out next. Wow, I just got pointed out here. Eric Arnett just said, hey, look at that. Jason Rupert, Stephen Dencham, round number 1. Wow, 2 former national champions.
The Red Brothers haven't been out again. And Big Mike hasn't been
So a little bit of track rep there as we make the switch from the funny cars to the Top Fuel dragsters. 7-0 Pro. D2 the lights for pairings, please. 7-0 Pro. D2 the lights for pairings, please.
Yeah, but they'll have shirts on if they can. The shirt might even hurt.
It's like it was frozen in time. You know? It's just...
Well, that session to Nitro Funny Car was the highs and lows, man. We watched Bill Windham get down there and get into the field, and unfortunately,
So what?
Back out. Brad Thompson,
Oh,
603.
I don't know.
Just 211 miles an hour.
You could ask one of the guys, probably, huh? I don't know.
But,
It's like you have pretty much everything,
top
don't
to
they?
bottom, this funny car field is absolutely spectacular. Of course, the biggest smiles of all, you've got to go to that quarter pounder team of Dale Van Gundy and Keith Clark and their driver, Jeff Louise. Man, after all they went through in Boise, and to come back 3 weeks later, get in at 581.3. Of course, starting out that number 1 spot, the Infinity Plumbing Designs Very Speed Shop Camaro, former national champion Dan Horan will start out at number 1 spot, paired with Brad Thompson. Top Fuelers making their way to the lane.
I believe, I don't hear him calling. I don't think Filters go till tonight. Yeah. Then after this, it's the 7-0, and I don't know if they run any one with Hans in it. I don't know when they run that. Oh, that's right, they're done. Yeah. See, so I'm not sure what's after the 7-0 Pro guys. CIFCA might be back. I don't know. But tonight, though, probably. He sent me the schedule. I'll have to take a look at it. All right, guys, they're running Top Fuel next. You can see them bring them out in the pad. Excuse me while I wobble around here. Getting close. Wait for English to give us a little heads up. Excuse me if I get wobbly here. Gotta get me some more water. I missed? They put that white easy up on the starting line there. I missed that. Something must be going on. Maybe some kind of presentation.
Top Fuel making their way into the lanes here. Well, we'll just give you those first round pairings. Like I said, Jason Rupert, Stephen Densham, round number 1. Dan Rand, Brad Thompson, Mike Pennick, Tony Gerardo. Matt Bynum, your defending champion, and Jeff Moniz. And of course, that aforementioned Jason Rupert, Stephen Densham. Bobby Cottrell, 3-time champ, and Matt Melendez will pair up in round number 1. Ryan Kono, Kamaka Pocock, James Day, and Chris Craven. And of course, Billy Morris and Corey Lee to round out round number 1 of Nitro Buddy Card tonight under the lights. Oh, that's going to be just so much fun. His Top Fuel Eliminator is out on the track right now. It's Pete Whitmer, proudly displaying that big number 1 on the circuit breaker. The defending March Meet Top Fuel champion, the defending national champion, is Dan Rand Jr. Over there far side, crew chief Pete Kaiser and the team said number 1 at Buddy Card.
Come down
63,
here. Yeah, but
62, 62,
the wind light came on, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Good deal.
Yeah, he said that car, man, came whistling by him down there. He's like, where is he? Where is he? And then, but he knew he treated him big time.
Ram 577, the number 2 spot.
And the other guy was
National champion in a March Meet champion, Pete Whitmer, 583-2 for the number 3 spot. The Digger Dan Duran tribute card, memory of Junior's dad, comes up over there on that Chevrolet. The champ in a wide open Top Fuel field. Come up over here at that Budweiser CP Railway. Pete Whitmer built hot rods for a living. Very cool street rods. Zin number 3.
I'm waiting tomorrow to take that down. What the hell happened?
So Pete Whitmer coming up here in that Budweiser CP Corella lane. Pete Kaiser over there, the tutor extraordinaire for Dan Rand Jr. Kaiser, a former driver himself, the youngest ever twin Top Fuel Eliminator at the Good Vibrations Motorsports March Meet. In fact, his son Han, standing down there, started his driving career, would like to break Dad's record. They're pre-staged. Started spinning the tires in that tribute car. Goes 12:54.8. Dan Durant right now, number 2. Lee Whitberg, number 3. Jim Murphy and Frank McBee Jr. will be your next pair.
Excuse me, guys. Got to get me a drink.
Jim Murphy, the former national champion, at number 5. Dan Wilkerson in the team at 592, 225. Frank McBee at number 7 at 698, 138 shut off last night.
Not today, no. Really hurt.
Frank McBee comes to life over there far side. Jim Murphy, the guy who's raced funny cars, he's raced just about everything. He's found his home at Top Fuel Eliminator. At number 1, Brett Williamson, Mike Fuller in the front. Forever Young. Top Fuel dragsters running much smaller tires than the buddy cars do. So it is a very, very tough situation. I mean, you have the horsepower to fly, but then you have the clutch setup and everything. But that tire just makes that tuning just so tough to do, and a great respect for the crew chief on these cars. So Frank Farside and Jim Murphy. Veteran right, that young kid over there left. Frank McBee, 658, 168 in the number 7 spot. Murphy with the earlier 592.
Excuse me, guys. I got to wobble a few minutes so I get a battery.
Right now with last year's runner-up, Tyler Hilton. And I say for now, as they may shuffle the field. It's qualified. You can move up. Brendan Murray on the bump. There's our next pair. Adam Sorokin and that previously mentioned Brendan Murray. The Running Wild Top Fuel dragster over here. Brendan and Karen and the team out of San Jose. RaceCarParts.com and Adam Sorokin. 2019 March Meet Top Fuel Champion. Brand new Champion Speed Shop car that is still under warranty and so new. They did make a ton of runs testing in that car. Attention to the pins, attention to the pins. I got a racer need. Thank you, Brian, very much for the message. Harvey Williams needs a time cert for a spark plug for a Big Block Chevrolet. I believe, Harvey, if you go over to Good Vibrations Motorsports, James Baer, somebody could probably help you out with that part. So Harvey Williams, in need of a time cert for a spark plug for a Big Block Chevrolet. If you guys can help him out, head on over there. Just waiting for the word from the top end of the track. Top Fuel continued on to step 8-car field. Don't forget qualifying session number 3 under the lights tonight, which will actually, set that 8-car field. Champion Speed Shop, small block Chevrolet. Fire up over there far side, Bobby McClellan and the team, and their driver, Adam Soroka. All-new Champion Speed Shop car with a much lighter body on that car. And Brandon Murray running wild.
Come on, Adam.
Brendan, one of the few guys at Top Fuel that sports these lights. Brendan in session number 1 yesterday.
Here's Brendan, Cindy, if you're on.
Shut her off. Adam Soroka, 6:34. He told me in the safety lights, we are going to run this baby out. And if we got to blow it up, we'll blow it up. But, well, the guy down there didn't blew it up a little bit. 6:34.2, 167. Car over there, far side, driver Adam Soroka, trying to get back to that winner's circle again, and Brandon Murray.
Oh, man, that just about knocked us over in the stands. That was a big one. Jeez. Woo! A bunch of alarms are going off everywhere on the spectator side. I think Homeland Security's been alerted.
Yeah.
They're listening in somewhere. Man. That was a thumper. I haven't felt one like that in a long time. I think he's on the track still, looks like.
So we're taking Brian down on the track there. The crews go down to get their drivers. That was like a big time rally for Adam Soroka, the champion team. You saw that roller give up the ghost, I guess you could say. This last year's runner-up in a very, very popular final round. Tyler Hilton. Here in the Great Expectations car, over their far side. Ryan Hall, the H&H Nomad team car that is not in the field right now. The former March Meet champion.
And that one will readjust your pacemaker.
Jeez.
Not in the program.
Okay, maybe they got the car off. It's hard to see.
So in the pits walking around earlier today, Tyler's grandma, Hall of Famer Allison Lee down there on the
FOD Matt.
Great talking to Allison.
Yeah, there goes the ambulance. Yeah, that was a thumper. Adam might have a headache on that one. There goes the doggone ambulance. Let's hope he's all right. They're going down there in a hurry. They're going out on the... Oh, okay, good. Let's say they're just turning around, I hope. Hope they're not going down there for Adam. Okay, he's backing up. All right. No? Yeah, okay.
Of course, Alice is down there. She told me today, she says, no, I'm playing the role of grandma now. I'm just watching the boys have a good time there. Of course, Tyler going to the money round last year here at the March meet and doing just a spectacular job with that car.
That was a shockwave.
So the big block Chevrolet with great expectation team and driver Tyler Hill. Early style heavy over there far side for Brian Hall and the team. H&H Nomad. And I mentioned this yesterday, top fuel qualified. Brian, like I said, he's been in the 5 and he's been over 240 miles an hour in the Tramp AA fuel Alter. And he said, you know, let's try top fuel. And he said, I was absolutely amazed how much I had to drive the very long wheelbase top fuel car. He said, you know, I was in a short wheelbase, no wing fuel Alter. The one of the 5s who went under 240 miles an hour, and he won the March meet a few years ago. They built the top fuel car in Sacramento Raceway Park, and he was like, man, I figured that long wheelbase would be like on rails, and you really got to drive this thing.
You're on 12-inch slick, that's why. They're all squiggling around all the way down there, probably, huh? I would guess. All right, maybe they cleared it off. There's still a few guys away at the other end down there, but they got the scoreboards cleared. Not that that means anything.
So waiting for word from the top end.
Yeah, Sorokin, man,
fire up.
that almost knocked us over in the stands. That was pretty big concussion on it. It happened right in front of us, so I don't know if you guys could feel it or if you even heard it, if the phone picked it up, but man, it was something.
And Ryan Hall, H&H Nomad team car. White Kelly, the backup babe down there, waiting for her husband to do his burnout in that three-way Chevrolet lane. Tyler Hill, great expectations. Named his grandfather, his dad.
Celebrity alert, John Brand driving the golf cart that him and Joel Cruz and share when they run the car that Eiley Sanford drives.
1967, with that great expectations car, made an appearance here at the Mimosa Drag Strip for the March meet. Alice was telling me we were talking about that because I was a young boy back then.
The ambulance heading back. That's good news.
Ahead of a lot of big names. The first race ever.
As most of us, most people know, that ambulance has to be on the starting line before they can leave. That's why he's hauling back up there in a hurry. They have to have one at the starting line.
Tyler Hill coming back here. Bobby Hill and his dad standing on that left side of that car, looking over at his kid and says, we don't need to go make that throttle stop on. Group of the Nomad guys.
Oh, did it really?
Nomad car, they're backing up. And
it froze a second, huh? Yeah, I believe it. Uh-oh.
Wow.
I'm talking over him.
The Nomad car is
man.
Final session. Not in the field.
Sorry, Pete.
Tyler going to show off here. Bobby says, oh, We're on a single run here. Let's make an adjustment. As Brian Hall gets out of the car and is going to walk up there, and I'm not sure.
Or excuse me, sorry, Brian.
Happy.
That concussion dinged me. Of course, that already happened. Oh, smokes the tires. That was already like that before anyway. Well, you guys, I'm going to take a break. That's it for right now. I'd run the 7.0 Pro, guys, but I need to take a break, charge the phone. Let's just see what he has to say about anything else here in a few minutes, and then I'll sign off for a while, maybe till tonight. We'll see. I got to check some more. I think I got to check the list and see what's coming up here. Maybe before 8. I don't know what's happening between now and 8.
For him to go out there and just not have a chance like that is, you know, very, very frustrating for that team. And Kelly got to go over and talk to her husband there, but I know after this session we go into 7.0 Pro. We'll go down there and talk to the guys because I would like to know what happened there. It's just a little bit unusual for a very, very quality car to go up there and have trouble. 13, 38, and 76 miles down for Tyler, sit number 4. Well, it's quiet here. Pete Jensen down on the starting line there. The newly married Pete Jensen, and congratulations, my friend. A conversation with Allison Lee.
Way to go, Pete.
Would just be for the ages to hear what those two were talking about.
All right, you guys. I'm going to sign off. I will do a little update if anything comes up between now and 8 o'clock. If not, I'll see you then.